Well, good morning again. Welcome back, Fakebook, I believe. If you recall, my name is Joe Wilkins, and I'm here with Tom, and we're delighted to be part of the process to help judge this competition. Today, we're looking forward to hearing from you. Two presentations, one 10-minute presentation and then one 90-second presentation. That will be the 90-second presentation will be followed immediately after the 10-minute presentation. When we look at the 10-minute presentation, we're looking for you to speak only about the ethical aspect of the problem and explain why your solution successfully handles the ethical issue. There'll be no Q&A at all in this process this day, and you'll have 10 minutes. And I will highlight once we get to the 1 minute mark on a 10-minute presentation at that time. And then from there, we'll just take a breath and then go right into the 90-second presentation. So I'm going to turn it over to Tom for his introduction, and then we'll look forward to your introductions to us as well, and then we'll get started. Tom, you're on mute. You're on mute. Can't hear you, Tom. There you go. Oh. There we go. There you go.
Got me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I don't know this group, so I'll tell you who I am. My name is Tom Fain. I'm a retired securities lawyer.
Okay, thank you, Tom. And again, this group remembers I am a consultant with TRG Healthcare. And if you're ready and have no questions, we can get started with your introductions and then your presentation, and we'll keep to Tom.
I think we have no questions.
Okay. We'll start.
Good morning, Facebook Board of Directors. My name is Zhongzhan Chen. I'm an ethical consultant from Minerva Consulting. And I would also like to introduce my colleague, Maddie Legan, another senior member of our ethical consulting firm.
Good morning, board.
Imagine you wake up in the morning and someone has sent you a link on Facebook. Upon opening the link, you see a video of yourself that has been edited without your consent. Your words have been taken out of context to be manipulated to imply different meanings, or even insinuate hate speech, which you never meant to say in your life. You have probably become a victim of manipulated content. Right now, there are two ways to manipulate a video. One is called shallow fake, which are accessible to almost every internet user, such as Photoshop and filters. The other is called deepfake, an artificial intelligence technology that generates video of real people doing and saying fictional things. Obviously, you want such videos to be removed because they misrepresent who you really are, and you never give consent to them. However, Facebook's current policies addressing manipulated content is based on an arbitrary distinction between artificial intelligence and human manipulated media, instead of the actual damage caused by such videos. Which means if someone uses Photoshop instead of artificial intelligence to manipulate the content of your video, then the same misleading content will not be removed simply because the technology behind it is not sophisticated enough. Because of such arbitrary policies, there have been concerns about misinformation on Facebook and how it has affected Facebook to be a reliable and trustworthy social media platform. Facebook's mission is to give people the power to build communities and bring the world closer together. People use Facebook to stay connected with their friends and family, to discover what's going on in the world and share what matters to them. But we don't want communities built on lies. We don't want to send misleading information to our loved ones, or discovering a world that is beyond recognition from the real one. And we certainly don't want our own voice to be altered by someone on the other side of the screen. Deepfake technology is no doubt much more powerful than shallow fake technology and should be handled with caution. But they are essentially technologies invented to assist human beings, and if we exclude human factors from the judging criteria, then we are missing a crucial piece. We recommend Facebook to revise its policies to give more consideration to the intent and actual content of the manipulated videos, instead of just the technological differences. Now, I will hand it over to my colleague Maddie for further analysis regarding sustainability.
Thank you, Zongchan. The misinformation problem on Facebook is completely ubiquitous, and both deep and shallow fake technology have the potential to challenge our notion of seeing is believing. We want to help Facebook meet their goal of connecting individuals and empowering people to communicate. Responsibly managing manipulated media is a way Facebook can show its users its commitment to the sustainability of information and the sustainability of its precious communities. What I mean by sustainable information is that behavior, beliefs, and supposed facts based on false information are fundamentally unsustainable. Unsustainability and falsehood go hand in hand. Astronomers used to believe that the Earth was the center of the universe, and they made entire false astronomical models based on that information. Those false models were not sustainable, and eventually they had to be rejected when confronted with the actual truth. Similarly, false political information, false medical information, etc., leads to equally unsustainable predictions and actions. How can we expect people to make free, informed choices when they are bombarded with misleading content or outright false content? How can we expect to uphold a democracy in the face of this potentially powerful way to spread political misinformation? Facebook is such a unique platform, and it has the potential to help equalize public access to quality information, and it would benefit you and your users to take advantage of that potential. Managing manipulated media can also help sustain Facebook's sense of community. Users want to be able to trust that the content they are seeing wasn't posted with the intention to mislead. They want to be able to trust that the important information they receive is based on the most relevant and best available facts, and that the videos of themselves and their loved ones aren't changed without their consent. Quality, honest, and engaging content is the basis of a sustainable community. In the introduction to Facebook's community standards, authenticity is cited as one of the core values. In your own words, authenticity creates a better environment for sharing, and we completely agree. However, we do recognize that there are some extremely important benefits to deepfake technology that should not be restricted in the same way. The application of Facebook's deepfake policy as it is, with no regards to intention, can lead to some really problematic results. Not all content that is misleading is inherently unethical. Suppose a user posts a deepfake video of Lincoln giving the Gettysburg Address. Its intention is not satirical, it has a sincere intention. And technically it's misleading, and it's made using AI. But there's no clear ethical issue with a user posting it. And in fact, banning it does more of a disservice to its potential educational value than leaving it untouched would. This is why our revised policy includes exemption for art and education as well as satire. Everyone on Facebook, including Facebook, is accountable for upholding their community. Facebook is the largest social media platform, and it's such a global player in the distribution of information. And while Facebook isn't directly responsible for what its users post, they are responsible for how it manages, organizes, and presents content in the newsfeed. The general public already has expectations that Facebook will take initiative to address their content problems. And Facebook's reputation as accessible, comprehensive, and family-friendly is really important. And we do recognize that balancing both a safe and respectable environment and protecting free speech is not an easy task and has no one-size-fits-all solution. But as far as manipulated content goes, there are other platforms with different goals and more appropriate audiences that a user can upload their manipulated content to. Right now, the general public is not that familiar with deepfake technology, and so it's better to err on the side of caution until people are more able to recognize it, like we can recognize Photoshop or face filters. Part of Facebook's Hard Question series addresses free speech. It says that an important exemption to free speech is content that aims to profit by tricking people. Deep and shallow fakes have the potential to undermine genuine communication in this way. Secondly, our policy upholds Facebook's commitment to voice by having a more comprehensive and defensible reason for removing content rather than it just being AI manipulated, all while protecting the right of artists and educators to be heard. Now I want to let Zongchen finish.
Thank you. Misinformation is not a problem just for Facebook. It is a barrier for civilization as a whole. But Facebook does have its unique advantage to fight this battle. With its 2.45 billion users, Facebook is the perfect platform preparing the world get ready for the era of misinformation. Granted, we've already seen misinformation, have a taste of it because of the popularization of misinformation of social media. But we are actually only at the beginning level. It is possible that in the near future, we will not be able to use videos as the gold standard of truth as we are right now. To some extent, we will have to rebuild our belief system. This adaptation is not an easy step, but the sooner we take measures, the further we can get a head start before the problem fully reveals. With a set of up-to-date policies and the preparation for the unknown, Facebook is ready to take the leading role as social media platform and technology company when the future is here. And that'll be our ethical presentation for today. Thank you.